everybody. It's Dr. Will Cole. We are live here in our Functional Medicine Health Center, where we see patients around the world via webcam, via our virtual functional medicine practice, and locally in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And today I have my dear friend Nikki Sharp on to talk about some awesome things going on in her world and how it can impact your health journey and your wellness walk. So Nikki Sharp, how are you?
Hi, I am great. I'm super excited to be talking to you.
Yes. So we've talked before on Facebook, so people probably already know. My tribe knows who Nikki Sharp is, but maybe for new people, tell everybody your world and what you do.
I am an author, so I write about health and wellness. I do lifestyle blogging and a wellness expert. I wouldn't call myself as much of one as you are, though. I don't have all the fancy letters behind my name yet. I try to share my recipes, workouts, motivational posts every day. And that's, I think that we can put titles on what we do, but my goal really is just to inspire people to live healthier lives every day through a variety of ways.
That's so cool. So one of the ways that you're doing this, and I think it's going to revolutionize people's journey, health journey. You have a new book coming out. Tell everybody what it's about. I want everybody to know about this.
So it comes out actually 1 week from today, which is a little nerve-wracking, but exciting. And I have it right here. I don't know. Let me know if this is backwards or not, or does that come?
No, it's frontwards for everybody to read it.
Perfect. So this is the book. It took 2 years to do. And as you know, writing a book is really hard. It is everything from, it's called Meal Prep Your Way to Weight Loss. And I do want to talk about the title in a bit because a lot of people are getting confused why I'm promoting weight loss when the whole body positivity movement's going on. So I would love to talk about that. But the book is about meal prepping and really setting yourself up for success and telling you what superfoods you should be eating, how to take them, how much, the sort of results you'll see from them, and it's 100 delicious, easy recipes. So, it's really just been my baby of everything that I've learned condensed into a nearly 300-page book.
That's so neat. So yeah, as seeing patients, I know meal prepping is such a fundamentally important part of the week, so you are not left victim to the week, and you're proactive and you're planned, and you feel victorious through your healthy choices. So can you tell everybody a little bit about the power of meal prepping and just fill them in on that?
Yeah, so I learned to meal prep years ago when I was starting my health journey, and I had this aha moment. And it's so funny because when we look at our lives, and those big aha moments typically are the small things. Other people will be like, well, duh, that makes so much sense. But my aha moment was I came home from a busy day, and I was starving, and I had a bunch of food that I had actually, cut up. I'd made some chicken, hard boiled some eggs, and it was all in the fridge ready to go. And so I made a salad and I was eating it, and the light bulb went off that I'm like, if I have good healthy food that's prepped in my fridge, I'm not going to binge. And if I don't, I'm probably going to binge. And even recently, I was working at my office and I didn't bring lunch with me. And my mind started to go into, oh my God, I'm going to binge. It's fine. I'm hungry. I'm going to binge. I'm stressed out, whatever. And I went out, got a really healthy lunch, and I realized I was just hungry. And so we tend to confuse the emotional side of I'm going to binge to, fuel something in my emotions that I'm not dealing with, typically with just being hungry. And so I learned that if I take a Sunday afternoon for 2 hours, I, buy my food, I get everything prepared, I stay on track so much better. And it's really become a passion for me to share this with people purely for that reason, that I know how successful you can be, both in terms of, it helps your sleeping, it helps your skin, it helps you digestion when you're not skipping meals, when you have everything ready to go. So that's kind of the small evolution. And my journey really was overcoming 2 eating disorders, which I recently shared. And meal prepping is a big thing that helped me get over those, because having the food in your fridge doesn't even allow your mind to go off to all these crazy places. So that's why I'm passionate about it.
Love it. Love it. So let's talk about that. I mean, you did share recently about your eating disorders, and I also want to talk about, you know, the title and how you want to kind of talk about, you know, this dieting, you know, diet conscious and body shaming culture that we live in. But the power that you just said, how it helped you overcome your eating disorder, and an aspect of portion control and how you really had food freedom through that. Could you tie that in for everybody and educate them on this?
Yeah, I love that you just said food freedom, because that's a big thing. People are so scared of food in today's day and age. And I understand why. There are so many different diets that we can do. There's so much conflicting information. You have vegans who are saying, don't eat this, it's going to kill you. You have paleo people saying, don't eat vegan, it's going to kill you. And so people are getting really confused. Now, my whole ethos when it comes to anything with food is I'm not trying to judge you, shame you, or make you change your lifestyle. I'm just trying to get you to incorporate things that we know are healthier. That's it. And when we start to do that and we start to naturally eat more plant-based, I'm not saying for anyone that they need to go vegan or not, but I know that you talk about this all the time. When you start to incorporate more plants, fruits and vegetables into your life, you naturally will feel better. And so it becomes a very important factor when you have colorful foods and you have portion control and you have delicious herbs and spices that you're using, you naturally start to have less cravings. And I found by doing this and meal prepping that I started sleeping. I had insomnia for years. I've been on sleeping pills for 5 years, I was, and finally came off of all of them by eating this way. I had terrible acne, depression, anxiety. I mean, like, you name it, I've been through it all. I would have come into your office with like, help me. And what I've learned is that when you change someone's diet first and foremost, a lot of the problems start to go away. And so having this food in your fridge becomes vitally important. It just doesn't even allow your mind to go to that other place of, I'm craving this. Well, that's great if you're craving it. The healthy food that still tastes good, because it's important that it tastes good, is there in front of you. So with the title, though, and the whole culture that we're in, it's almost like weight loss itself has become shameful to talk about. And I'm sure that you see a lot of patients as well coming in and saying, hey, Dr. Paul, I really would like to lose weight. Mm-hmm. And so I don't know why it's becoming such a shameful thing for people to talk about wanting to lose weight. Mm-hmm. And I'm at least finding within the media, a lot of these big magazines refuse to talk about my book because of the words weight loss in it. And so it's really gotten me thinking into the whole body positivity movement and weight loss and how those two tie in together. And so what I've really come to terms with is the body positivity movement is fantastic, and we should love our body where we're at, but that doesn't mean that we're not trying to achieve something like better health. And I always say to people, try to focus on how you want to feel every single day versus how you want to look. Because when you focus on how you want to look, you end up self-sabotaging when, the scale doesn't show you the number you want, or, the before and after photos aren't the same. But when you say, I want to feel more energized, you will naturally start to eat foods that make you more energized, and the weight loss becomes a byproduct of that. So the title really is a way for me, yes, to get people to pick up the book, but the book itself is not about weight loss. At no point do I say, like, this is the plan, the diet, do it. It's everything is becoming a lifestyle. I say, if you still want to drink alcohol on the 4-week plan, you can, because I'm trying to make people put it into a lifestyle that works forever and ever, instead of it being, 4-week diet, you do it, you come off of it, and then you revert to old habits. So I think it's really important for people to understand that weight loss can be a catalyst to a healthy lifestyle, and a healthy lifestyle can be a catalyst to weight loss.
Absolutely. And I think magazines or media is one thing, but the reality is I talk to people, and that is a motivating factor for people that are going through issues. And yes, you're the bigger, once they read the book, they're going to see your mission. It's wellness, and weight loss will be a natural byproduct of that. But it is a motivating factor for many people. And meal prepping and planning ahead is one major way to be successful in that. So I think it's brilliant approach. I don't, because I intermittent fast, so I don't, I don't have to. So I eat breakfast and dinner at home. I don't really need to, but keep it.
Do you cook batches of things just so it's like ready to go ever?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you do meal prep then?
Yeah, I do in my own way. Probably not as much as other people should do, but I'm comfortable with my food. I think what your book is going to really do is for people that are new to the wellness world, or people that maybe they have a lot of baggage around food. This is going to be a major solution for them. For me, I keep it simple. I can probably get some light aspects of it for sure as well. We can always learn. Right.
What I love that you're saying though is you make meal prep essentially work for you and your lifestyle. And that's a really big thing that I share throughout the book. And also that I've been answering a lot of these questions because people look at my fridge when I post photos of my meal prep and they get overwhelmed and they say, I can't do that. I don't have time. And I always come back and say, you can make meal prep as easy or as complicated as you want. So on the easy side of things, you can meal prep literally a snack for the week. You could put some almonds and maybe some goji berries and bee pollen and cacao nibs into Ziploc baggies, five little, snack portion Ziploc baggies. That's considered meal prep. And there you go. You have a grab and go snack. You can do that for smoothies. So to me, meal prep doesn't need to be meal prepping every single meal throughout the whole week. It could be like, I love to cook a big batch, or I steam broccoli and then I'll put that into containers. I'll do quinoa, have that in the fridge, and then I'll have some salad ingredients ready to go. And that becomes an easy way. If I'm hungry, I just throw a salad together. And I think it's really important that meal prepping for people doesn't need to be seen as, oh, well, if I don't make breakfast, lunch, dinner, and all my snacks, I'm not a meal prepper. It should not be that. It should be whatever works for you in your lifestyle. That's what meal prepping is.
I love it. See, I'm honestly, that as you're explaining, I'm like, I need this book.
I love it.
I actually, totally. So I'll be buying it for sure. And my team is telling me off camera, like, yes, you need that too. Because
I love it. I am super passionate about it. And this is why I'm going to show you one photo that I love. Why I love doing what I do and sharing this information is really breaking down health and showing people that it doesn't need to be hard. And I get really irritated, we'll say, by the wellness industry because there's always a new fad, a new trend. We need to do this. And people are becoming overwhelmed that they end up just not doing any of it. And so I'm trying to show people you can do things one step at a time, and that counts. There should be no judgment on, how advanced your meal prep is. There are weeks, like right now, my fridge is empty. And every time I go to open it, I'm like, damn it, there's nothing in there because I just didn't have time on Sunday. And so tonight I'm going grocery shopping and I'm going to meal prep. And I realized that just when I don't have the food in there, I don't make as good of decisions in my day-to-day life. And when I get hungry, I end up eating, even if it's healthy, the little like not smart popcorn, there's a skinny popcorn. And I'm like, but I wouldn't normally eat this. And it's just because I didn't have anything to take. But I'm going to show you this photo, which is various snacks. And I try to show you what portion control and how containers help. So the hummus, this is the roasted red pepper hummus. I show you that you can take these little, pre-portioned sizes and put 5 things of hummus. Or you make one batch of hummus and you put them in, or you can do it like that, where you put hummus at the bottom and the sticks there. You can do trail mix in the little baggies. You can do the roasted chickpeas in, again, the little containers. If that's all you did all week long, you would already make better choices purely because you have something nutrient dense that you can just grab and go.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for this book to come out. So it comes out next week.
Comes out next week on Tuesday.
We'll put pre-order links below.
Yeah, I mean, you can go to the website. It's just masteringmealprep.com. And I did that as the header of the website, masteringmealprep.com, because I really want people to master meal prep. And I call them meal prep ninjas. So if you want to become a meal prep ninja like I am, it's really, really simple. And I take you through everything, obviously. But it's hard because I don't want to sound too salesy. I don't like being that person that is, so salesy about my product. I think it's just, I'm so uber passionate about this because I know that it's worked for my life and it's helped cure me of, the depression, the insomnia, the bad skin, and the foods that I eat. Like I radiate, and that's why I'm excited for people to see the book.
Absolutely. It's helping people. I mean, you are just giving them a tool to help people. Yeah. I want to be a meal prep ninja.
I want to teach you to be.
I have a lot to learn there. I can't just intermittent fast forever. That would be bad.
I mean, but you can meal prep outside of that.
Right.
I mean, if you're already making stuff and putting it in the fridge so that you can, like the night before, if you make a salad to grab and go the next day, you've essentially meal prepped.
That's true. I didn't think of it like that, but you're right. It is making it work for you and kind of make it work for your day and your lifestyle. I love it. Yeah. So out of all those 100 recipes, what is your favorite recipe in your book?
Ooh, I'm cheating because I'm looking at the book right now. I'm going to flip through and see if I can. I mean, I honestly like every single one. And if I tell you I like this one, the next one I'll like even more. Okay. I mean, I just flipped to a random page. So I'll show you this because I love it. I have been making this Thai sweet potato soup for years now. And I finally wrote it into the book. And I'll show you the photo of it.
It's so good.
Right? There is a yummy, yummy cilantro, broccoli, quinoa, like cilantro sauce, which is that one. But yeah, so that one is, it has very Asian style flavors, but it's very light and it's filling. And what I love about it is that it's one of those things at night when you eat more hearty, rich, or warming foods, you have less cravings. So I love that one. Okay, I'll flip to this page too because this is delicious. The smashed avocado on paleo bread is also one of my favorites because it's spicy. I can't wait for you to see. I mean, the photos are spectacular. So you make this paleo bread, which has eggs in it. So it's not vegan, but you can make it vegan for those who are vegan and want to. And I do that with a roasted portobello mushroom that's really beautifully seasonally done with a mix of different, raw and cooked ingredients. And so that I love the bread because you use it in 3 different recipes. And so I also try to teach people with the book that you can take 10 ingredients and you can create a week's worth of meals from 10 ingredients. I mean, it, again, doesn't need to be complicated. And yeah, I mean, I love taking like the paleo bread, for example, and you're using it in breakfast for a savory recipe, a sweet recipe, and then for a lunch recipe as well. So you get to learn how to cook really easy, simple things.
Yeah, it's really making the best of the foods that you buy and not wasting anything.
Exactly.
So cool. Really great. I didn't even think about that. So meal prepping is, as much as it is good for the patient or the person to set them up for success, it's also cost effective, right?
Yeah, super cost effective. And again, there's a 4-week plan, but I explain as you're reading to be realistic with your life. And if you know that you like going out to dinner with your friends on a Friday night and you're on this plan, incorporate that in, buy a little less ingredients, and be realistic. So we all have these fantastic goals where we say, I'm going to do the best ever. I'm going to do 28 days, no cheating, and then life happens. And so I always say, if life happens, that's fantastic. Just keep going. It's like a blip in the road. Doesn't matter. And the more that you start to incorporate these things that you plan, like I know I'm going to dinner tomorrow night, I'm therefore not going to make my own dinner for tomorrow night. You start to save money and you stop throwing away food. So it does become a lot more cost effective as well.
Yeah, I love that. That's so cool. So how, we put the link below, masteringmealprep.com, so everybody can go and get the book. So how can everybody get in contact with you and get sort of in touch with you on social media?
Everything Nikki Sharp. So nikkisharp.com. You can find me on Instagram, Nikki Sharp, Twitter, the same. And, I welcome people's comments at the moment. I mean, all the time, really, but especially with the book, because if someone has a question about, what are my favorite meal prep containers, I talk about it in the book. But if you want to buy them now so that they're there when the book arrives, I will happily answer that too. So yeah, Nikki Sharp on all things. And I've been posting a lot of videos of recipes from the book as well lately. So people can go to my Instagram and check that out. I have the bliss balls that are from what are they? Orange creamsicle bliss balls, which are divine and so easy to make. So those are from the book and I show you how to do it. And the trailer that I did, which you can also see on my Instagram and on the link, it really shows you how easy it is to make everything, and then just you grab and go. All things.
So we are all going to be meal prep ninjas, and we're going to do it. You've converted me, Nikki Sharp.
I love it. I can't wait to see what you think of it.
And Zach Peter just said, "My worlds collide," because we're both talking right now.
Yeah.
We need to give like a high five across the screen. I don't know if that's possible. Yeah, this side.
That side?
Yeah. All right. So I think we covered everything, but I don't know if I asked you this, but I wanted to ask you before we got on is specific, if you haven't, maybe any tip throughout this conversation you haven't shared, what are some of your favorite tips and tricks for meal planning that you haven't shared so far?
I personally love to do this. So people are into smoothies, and I'm a big believer in having a smoothie and adding collagen powder and all the things for those who don't intermittent fast and like to eat breakfast. And again, it's making it work for your lifestyle. So what I'll do is prep a bunch of smoothies where I put all the ingredients in, and I have an Instagram video for this one as well, where I prep all of my smoothie bags and I put ingredients in, and then I take a Sharpie and I write the date and then anything additional that I need to put in it the next morning. So the next morning you literally grab it, it says Monday. So because your mind in the morning isn't always go, go, go. So you grab Monday and it says add cinnamon and almond milk. And so you dump it all into the blender, add your cinnamon, almond milk, and it takes away any sort of thinking or cleaning up that you have to do. And so you just grab and go. I'll do that for an entire week, and then I just reuse the Ziploc baggies the next week, and I'll either cross out the writing or add new stuff. As I said, I love doing the hummus in the little pre-portioned containers, which I think is a fabulous idea. And I always do that along with some veggies, cut up veggies. I've been doing that for years now since I wrote the detox plan. I love mason jar salads, which is on the cover here, because they're one of the easiest things to take when you're traveling, just because they're in a container. It goes in your bag very easily. And then the reason I love the wide mouth containers is because, let's say you're flying, you take the salad with you, you eat it, and then I wouldn't suggest to do this on the plane, but when you get to wherever you're going, you wash it out, and then you get to use the container the jar as a water jug. So you repurpose things. Again, we're reducing the waste that we're throwing out, which is really important for the environment. You're saving money, and all you need is, and I'm drinking chlorophyll water, by the way. I'm weird like that, but you just take this, and then you have a jar which you can repurpose for everything. So I love doing that as well.
So cool. All right, Nikki, I really appreciate you taking the time out and sharing your new book baby into the world with us, and I hope to see you soon.
Yes, and thank you. This was very fun, and I hope that everyone becomes a meal prep ninja.
Yeah.
The book for May 1st. Oh, I have to mention too, until May 1st, there's a bunch of freebies that people get if they order it. So they get placed into a giveaway with a 3-month supply of Hum Nutrition, which is one of my favorite supplements. Then you can also win a 12-pack of Live Owen, I think I'm saying that, Live Owen. Yeah, Live Owen, so it's like live your own life. Plant-based protein shakes, and then, which I've been drinking and loving their coffee and vanilla one. And then You Live Skincare, which is a 3-pack, and you get placed into a giveaway for that. You get a copy of all of my ebooks and my first book. So it's worth and 3 months of health coaching with me. So it's worth $900 of all of the freebies that people get. Yeah, just for pre-ordering the book.
Pre-ordering. Hey, I'm gonna do it.
I love it. I love it.
So pre-order the book. It's gonna be out next week. Super excited for you, Nikki.
Thank you so much, Dr. Cole.
I'll see you soon.